Good evening, Rotarians who are in the meeting room, as well as all of you who are on the Zoom. It's actually, can you hear me?
There's an echo. I think you need to turn
Can
off.
hear. Can. Okay.
Is the technical problem solved? Yes, solved. Yeah? So my dear friends who are in the room and those who are watching us through Zoom, I want to first and foremost thank President Prasanna for inviting me here today to speak on the Rotary Foundation. And the topic that we have chosen is the impact of giving to the Rotary Foundation. Now, before I start the session, I would like to actually share a few things that I think is quite relevant. First and foremost, this happens to be the Rotary Foundation month, being November. And in fact, this is a month where you should be speaking about the Rotary Foundation. But I'm not sure whether this is the right club to speak about the Rotary Foundation, because your club is actually one of the best in our district for both giving to the foundation as well as for participating in the foundation programs. In fact, for a club that is only 13 years old, your contribution to the Rotary Foundation is one of the highest in our district. And in terms of participation in foundation program, again, your club is one of the best. So I think you deserve a round of applause. Can you all give a round of applause for yourself? I think the leadership of the club has actually given all of you the encouragement, because it's not easy for a young club like you to be a EREY club. EREY club means where every Rotarian gives a minimum of $25 to annual fund, as well as reach the per capita. Your club, what's your membership now? How many members in your club, Prasanna?
25.
Huh?
25.
25. So your per capita will be? What will be a per capita be if you want to be a EREY club?
25.
No, 25 is minimum every member must give. Per capita will be $100. So your per capita is 2,500.
Yes.
And everybody in the club gives $25 to annual fund, and you become a EREY club. And I think you have been achieving it for the last, isn't it, Arvind? Every year since your club was formed.
Since 2012.
Yeah, so it's actually a remarkable achievement, because I tell you, in most clubs, we find difficult to even ask people to give $25 for each Rotarian, let alone being a EREY club. In fact, last year, there were only 14 clubs that were EREY clubs. And your club was one of the 14 clubs. My club was, the other one was Sola. My club was did well last year. We too gave. And, this club, whenever I come back, I have a lot of soft corner, because I was involved in chartering this club. And among all the clubs that I chartered in the district, I think there were probably about 8 or 9 clubs that I got involved in forming. This club is the best performing among all the clubs that I was involved. So whenever I hear anything good about this club, I feel very proud, as if it's my own club, So that's a great satisfaction. I'm here today. I have a lot of things to share with all of you. Besides the Rotary Foundation, you must remember Rotary was in existence in Sungai Petani from 1967. The first Rotary Club of Sungai Petani was formed in 21st June 1967. That means the first club was in existence until 2007. That means for 40 years, there was already a Rotary Club. Then that club actually got dissolved, and we formed the new club called Rotary Club of Bandar Sungai Petani in 2011. So there was only a break of about 4 years without a Rotary Club in Sungai Petani. And among the members of the old Rotary Club who helped us to form this new club were our late past president, Dr. Subramaniam. The only member from that group who is still active in this club is Murthy Sharma. Murthy was supposed to be the last president of that club. But before he could become president, the club closed down. So he never became a president of that club, but he became a president of this club. And the other one who helped us was Tamudu, past president Tamudu. He passed away. And there was another past president, Subramaniam. He was a lawyer. But they all left. The only person who is still in your club, from the old club, your only continuity is Murthy Sharma. He has kept on being a member of this club. Little bit about myself. I am actually a dentist. I have my own private clinic in Bukit Metajam. And you can call me, those who don't know me yet, call me Dr. Baskaran. And the reason I joined Rotary was because I wanted an opportunity to do service. You know, when before joining Rotary, I used to do a lot of service, but I didn't feel happy because I really could not do much. Only limited, you know, when you're on your own, you really cannot do much. So finally, one of my friend, the late past president Sivaratnam from Rotary Club Butterworth, he was my insurance agent. He was a member of Rotary Club Butterworth. He influenced me to become a member of Rotary Club Butterworth in the year 2001. I've been a Rotarian for 22 years, a long time, isn't it? And that has been the reason why I joined Rotary, to do service. I want to ask all of you who are here, what is your reason for joining Rotary? Why did you all join Rotary Club? Just share with me what made you join Rotary Club? For me, it was service. What about all of you here? All of you. Anything else in your mind before you came to the club?
I found that Rotary was also grooming good leaders.
That's right. Leadership. Very good. Anything else?
Then I had some time after my retirement. So Murthy Sharma was the one who invited me.
Oh, okay.
Then
All right. Anything else? Any other thing? Any other reason you joined this club? How about fellowship? Fellowship is good, right? See, most of us in our working place, we get bored of the same people we meet. So we want something. So if you are married all the time in the house, you want at least 1 or 2 days to be out of the house to meet some friends. So fellowship also is an important reason. How about networking? Was it one of your reasons for joining? Networking, to meet people. Was it another reason you joined Rotary? Yeah, these are some of the reasons. Maybe Arvind, you can put the first slide, the core values. Now, you know, the reason I put this slide is, and also for the benefit of both our potential Rotarians here, our core values are service, fellowship, diversity, integrity, and leadership. So just now we covered service, we covered fellowship, we also covered leadership. But in addition to that, what we get is we meet people from diverse background. If you haven't joined Rotary, probably you won't meet me. I won't meet this lady, Prasanna. Maybe I have not met Harry too. So that's the reason. We want to meet people from different background, different religion, different race, and we develop a better understanding of each other. Other thing is we place a great emphasis on integrity. Integrity means we don't look at integrity of others, our own self. Whether you can become a better person, you know, and I think that's very important. You must have integrity so that at least a Rotarian will be respected outside, that you hold all the good values. And we have something called the 4-way test. So for the benefit of both of you, we have this thing known as 4-way test, where we emphasize on good values. So this is the main thing about Rotary. These 5 values, there are 5 values. and must always remember whenever we deal with the community, right? Now I'm going to just focus on service. Okay, service is the work that you do for the community. Can you go to the next slide, Arvind? Okay, when we do service in a Rotary Club, there's something known as avenues of service. That means there are 5 avenues of service. One is club service, vocational service, community service, youth service, and international service. So when we do a project in our club, we are expected to do at least 1 or 2 projects in all the 5 avenues. Who is going to be the incoming president next year?
Prabhu.
Oh, he's not here. Huh? Maybe if Prabhu is listening,
He's also-
when you are formed your board, Prabhu, one of the things that you can consider when planning your project is to do project in all 5 avenues of service. The first one is the most important, club service. Why do you think club service is important? Gopal, you're eating, huh? How about you, sir? Why do you think club service is important?
Club service gives all of us an opportunity to serve, and then to go out and really know which areas of the community that really needs help.
No, actually, club service is what you know. Club service, among all these 5 avenues, club service is the only one that takes care of ourselves. Club service is only for Rotarians. That means it is to ensure that each and every one of us feel proud to be a Rotarian of Rotary Club or Bandar Sungai Petani. We feel inspired. That means we do things like celebrate our birthdays, or we have potluck fellowship, or we do things to make everyone feel that they are proud to belong to this club. So that is called club service. Unless your club service is strong, your members will not have the unity. You don't have a sense of purpose. You don't feel proud to belong to the club. So we must take care of ourselves. Unless we are united, our club cannot progress at a good pace. So that is the meaning of club service. Among that, we can also have a club newsletter. You can produce a newsletter. You can do a lot of things to make the community, by doing this, you can also attract new members to the club. All right. Second is vocational service. President, would you like to share with me, what do you think vocational service is about?
It is about visiting or learning about the work and the job done by our members.
Yes.
And appreciating learning about the expertise in the field, and also,
Yes.
and also the needs in the community, address the needs in the community.
Okay. So in your club, this particular year, are you doing any projects on vocational service?
Maybe the next, the third quarter.
Third quarter.
Yeah.
What do you intend to do?
We plan to visit Micron. So we still we will be liaising with them to set a date.
Vocational service, in a simpler way, this is one of the ways. The other one is recognizing people who have done a lot of good in Sungai Petani. The citizens of Sungai Petani, you recognize them. Your club has done it.
Yes.
I have come for a few installations.
Yeah.
Imagine every year if you recognize 2 people in Sungai Petani, in 10 years you would have recognized 20 people. You would have entered the hearts and minds of 20 people in Sungai Petani who will talk about Rotary. Say the good that I've done, this club has recognized me. So make it a point to recognize at least 2 or 3 people in every year, people who deserve recognition. The other thing is, to promote the 4-way test. The vocational service emphasize on that. Plus, career guidance talk and all these things we can do. For children, can do career guidance talk. Community service is what we all do. We are experts. Every club in our district, they are doing a great job. But what we think is, service means only community service, which is wrong. Because we need to reach out to the community. We just cannot reach out to the community only through community service. But I don't want to say more because we are all very good at community service. Youth service also important. Maybe AG, incoming AG, you can tell me what do you think we should do for youth service?
Youth service is opportunity to bring youngsters interact on track to
Very good.
become national leaders. We need members from them to become Rotarians.
Any other way? You have a very good Rotary Club. What you should be doing is you should be having projects with the Rotary Club.
Yeah.
You should have some kind of a relationship. Then I think you had an Interact Club. Maybe you should revive the Interact Club. And these are some of the ways, But there are many other ways of doing youth service. RILA. You can send students for RILA. You can send your interactors or for district interact conference. There are many ways of doing youth service. So youth service is very important because they have a future. If you don't engage young people, once we all get old, we do not know who will join the Rotary Club because we need to inspire our young people. So please pay emphasis on youth service and international service. Does anyone like to share? Gopal, you like to share something on international service?
Traditional like we have our worldwide friends to learn.
Why do you think international service is important? Huh?
Sometimes in case we went to out of Malaysia also we can have communication with them. Can have
Basically, international service is because Rotary International's goal is to create international understanding, goodwill, and peace. Well, all the other services that we do will be local. International service is where we work with other people in different countries, create understanding. So some of the ways you can do this is by having sister clubs, active sister clubs. That means you must be in communication. You can do projects. You can do global grants. I think your club has done a fantastic job. You have done a number of projects on global grants. You can visit clubs overseas. You know, they have this friendship exchange where you people, 3 or 4 of you can go to India or go to Sri Lanka or wherever. Go and meet them, stay 1 month or 2 weeks there, meet Rotarians there, attend their meetings. Sister clubs are very important.
We've also hosted other clubs.
Yes, you can
from
also
India,
host.
Japan. We are renewing sister club.
So this basically is avenues of service, because most of the time I brought this up because I noticed whenever the incoming president has a board meeting, they don't play any importance to these avenues of service. And AG, incoming AG is also important for you. When you meet your presidents, you tell them and they plan when they are planning their program, consider these avenues of service so that every avenue is dealt with. Now I'll move on to the next one. Arvind, the next one. Is there one before that? No, huh? Okay, carry on. Okay. Now this is when you want to do any projects, Rotary Foundation, there are 7 areas of focus. I think all of you are aware, isn't it? What are the areas where we focus? Now, can someone read it out for me, please? It's a bit of a distance for me. Maybe Chu, you can read it for me.
Peacekeeping and conflict prevention, disease prevention and treatment, water sanitation and hygiene, mental and child health, basic education and literacy, community
Economic development.
development.
You need to check your specs, huh? Optometrist. So actually, why did I put this? Again, just like the avenue earlier, avenues of service. We are Rotary, we are supposed to play emphasis on these 7 areas of focus, because these are the serious problems communities face in Malaysia and all over the world. So whenever we want to apply for any global grants, it has to be within that 7 areas of focus. Okay. All right. Next one, please. Now, when you want to organize, so this all will be relevant to Prabhula, and he's going to be the incoming president. He should use this Rotary calendar as a guide. For example, month of July, your project should be for maternal and child health. August is membership and youth club development. September is basic education literacy. October, community and economic development. November, this month, focus is on the Rotary Foundation. December, this is prevention and treatment. January is vocational service. So maybe if you want to do a vocational service project, earlier I was talking about it, no? That will be a good month to do vocational service. And if your AG, current AG, can speak to the other clubs, you can also do a common vocational service. Let's say Kulim, Langkawi, Perlis can join together and do one vocational service project for the state of Kedah. This you can actually must do through your AG. And even Chu, next year when you are talking to your presidents, this is one way of getting all your clubs to do a common project. Vocational service can be done in January, right? And then you have this peace building and what is it? Conflict prevention. That is International Understanding Month. That means you do things to see how you can build relationship with other clubs and other districts, etc. And then comes water, sanitation and hygiene. April, environment. Now, I think this is a hot topic now. Again, we can do it in our own club, but you can also do it as a group. Say when you become AG, you try to get all your presidents together, do a bigger project for environment. So all the clubs are involved, right? So next is one more, Arvind. And the one point, no, it's not complete. Yeah, we have not finished. I think the youth service is the month of May and June is Rotary Fellowship. All right. So when we pay emphasis on all this because this is what makes a Rotary Club. This is what makes Rotary International impactful and effective. And in Arvind's here, it will be good. This is going to be the Governors Club. Everyone in the district is going to look at how Bandar Sungai Petani is performing. So if Bandar Sungai Petani is doing things that is a good, you can become a good role model for all the other clubs. At least you can say, this is how we plan our calendar, this is how we intend to do projects. You look very systematic, you know. And not only Bandar Sungai Petani, make it a proud year for Kedah clubs. Get the club like Kulim, Alosta, Langkawi and Perlis, get together and do a lot of good work for Kedah and Perlis, because this is one only opportunity for a Kedahan to become a governor. Been many years, I don't think there's ever been a governor from Kedah. I was actually the third or fourth guy from Penang. So most of the time, the governors are from KL or the other places. So just keep this in mind. I think this one you can share with Prabhu. If he was here, it would have been better, but I think he's following the thing, isn't it? He's following it, right? Maybe he will come to know about it. All right, move on, please. Now, this is another problem that many clubs face, but I had a long conversation with Arvind a few days ago, and I know that funding for project is not a major problem in your club. But I always feel that having adequate fund is always important for every club. One of the things we must always do in every Rotary year is to have a fundraising. You must raise some funds because when you become a president, you need to raise funds for the club. So try to have a fundraiser. But of course, if your club has got more than enough, there is no need. But it's always good to have a fundraiser because fundraiser is one important project for every Rotary year. So you can get money from your fund project, or you can ask for grants from Yayasan. Yayasan is a few grants, but these are all small amount, 10,000, 8,000, 10,000 and all that.
Like,
Or you can apply for district or global grants. Think you all know, isn't it? District grant, you all receive, right? This year have received, I think it's about 7,000. The district grant is for small projects within 10,000 ringgit. Global grant is for projects for 30,000 US dollars and above. 30,000 US dollars is about 130,000 big project you can do. And your club has done a fantastic project in the hospital here. In fact, in the north, I mean, in Perak and I think in Kedah, Perlis and Penang, only 2 clubs have done global grants. That's Alusta and Sungai Petani. A lot of things you guys have done. 13 years, fantastic work. So other one is donation from partners in service. That means people like Micron, from the bank, whoever are impressed with the work that you guys are doing. You have done well. I think number 4, your club is doing very well. I think you all have a good example for other clubs in our district, how you contact people and get funds for projects. And do you all know about this last one called crowdfunding? Can you explain what is crowdfunding?
When there is a project, you need funds for it. You advertise, sort of advertise in social media.
Yes, right.
Get the people, public.
Yes, that is one of the recent methods where clubs are raising funds. Crowdfunding, it's quite effective, especially for clubs that they really lack funds. So crowdfunding is one of the ways. All right. Hmm?
Yeah.
Yeah. So keep doing all this. I mean, it depends on the position of your financial position of your club. Carry on, please. Next one. Now, when it comes to this is the topic we're supposed to talk today. And finally, I've come to this. I actually have added the earlier slides because I know that if at all there were some newcomers to the club, they'll benefit a little bit about Rotary knowledge. Yeah? So we have got, you can, when you want to give to the Rotary Foundation, you can give to any of these funds. There are more than that, not just 4, there are more than that. The first one is annual fund. Can someone tell me what is annual fund? Harry, I've not asked you anything. Tell me.
It's a fund that you can get back for your projects if you keep giving,
Yeah.
donate, but then we can get it back in the sense that we can apply to do projects.
That's right.
Yeah.
The advantage of giving to annual fund is you give, let's say we give, let's say Rotary Club or Sungai Petani gives about 2,500 US dollars in this year. 3 years later, that half the money will come back to the district. So let's say, for example, not half, but 47.5%. They reduce a little bit for administrative charges. So, for example, if a district collects 300,000 US dollars this year, 3 years down the line, about 150,000 will come back to the district. And from that, half of it can be used for district grant, the other one for global grant. Now, this is the only fund which gives that kind of facility, annual fund. So that is why we encourage everybody to donate to annual fund. Just now earlier we were talking about EREY, right? That is when you give to annual fund, right? The second one is polio fund. Can someone tell me how does polio fund work? Gopal, you want to tell polio fund how it works? Will the money come back to us? Let's say we give money to polio fund. Will we get anything back or not? You don't get anything back. Zero. When you give to polio plus, it doesn't come back to us.
Okay.
When you give to annual fund, 50% comes back, about 50%. Polio plus, the money that we give is used by the foundation entirely for eradication of polio. Right? But you know what is the beauty of giving to the polio fund? If I give $25, when it reaches the foundation, you know what is the value of the $25? 75. Why is it so?
Bill and Melinda
Bill Gates
Foundation.
Right. Bill and Melinda Gates do matching 1 to 2. So if each one of you give, let's say your club gives $2,000, the value when it reaches the foundation is the triple that. So everyone should give, because where can you get such a matching, right? And it makes a big difference to eradicate polio. I think you all know the story of polio, right?
Mm.
From when we started in 85, it was polio was present in 125 countries. And we used to have about 300,000 cases every year. Today, because of the work of Rotary, we have now brought it down to about 10 or 12 cases in a year. It's all in double digit, that's all. And only 2 countries, Afghanistan and Pakistan. And we have to finish the work. So you must give to polio. I think your club also has been doing well. You know, your club has been giving regularly to the polio fund. Endowment fund is the other fund that we recognize, that we advise people to give. Endowment fund is a fund for the future of Rotary. But when you give to endowment fund, it also gives us a little bit of returns. But the difference between an annual fund and endowment fund is annual fund, the return only comes once after 3 years, you know. In the case of endowment, it will keep coming like FD, you know. Every year the money will come. But it's a very small percentage. It depends on interest rate. It comes, but it comes regularly. Other one is a disaster fund is if you want to give to disaster fund. You know, that all goes in the Rotary Foundation. They use it for any disaster around the world. And I think during the COVID period, Arvind worked out for PDG Leo. Our district got 25,000, isn't it, Arvind? For disaster fund, we received for COVID time, we received $25,000 for our district to give to clubs to help out with COVID-related problems. Okay, next. Next slide, Arvind. So this money that we give to the foundation, just now I told you all about annual fund, right? Annual fund is the one that comes back after 3 years. So after 3 years, 47.5% returns as district designated fund. That means this money comes back to our district. Now it won't come to your club, you know. It will come to the district. The district pegang lah. You know, we are the administrators. And then there is another fund called World Fund. That means when our money goes to the Rotary Foundation, there is a fund called World Fund, which keeps half the money. The other half will come back to district, right? Other half is kept in the World Fund. And it is from that money, from the World Fund, that when you want money, let's say your club wants to do a global grant, our district will give you 10,000. Say, district give you 10,000. Rotary Foundation will give you another 10,000 or equivalent. That money comes from the World Fund. So anytime any global grant is done anywhere in the world, your money is involved. Why? Because our money is in the World Fund. Half our money is always in the World Fund. Even if you do a project in South Africa or in Africa, your share is there. You feel good about it because you are helping some community everywhere. Whenever you hear a global grant in any part of the world, our involvement is there. That's the beauty of this, how the money is spread out and how the money is used. Okay. Next one, please. So just to show you, this I think I told you earlier, right? District grant is for small projects, so up to 10,000 RM, 10,000. Global grant is for bigger projects. Minimum is US 30,000 in value. Next one, please. Now, this is just some information for you all, how Rotary Foundation is helping different districts around the world. There were, in 2021, we had 478 district grants. That means how many districts are benefited? So many different parts of the world, so many districts are benefited from district grant. How many disaster response grant? 207 disasters, Rotary Foundation helped. Value is 8 million. The earlier one is 27 million. Global grants, see how many global grants were carried out. Nearly 1,200 global grants. The value is 73 million. See the impact of your giving for us and for others. The scale grant, do you all know what is a scale grant? Scale grant was started only in 2021, I think. Yeah, 2021. That means they give one amount of $2 million. One amount of $2 million is given to one district. So far, we have already given out to two areas, 21-22 malaria, for malaria treatment in Zambia, in Africa. They are given 2 million to manage the problem of malaria in the country. And my friends, that 2 million also includes money from what you and I gave. You know why? From where the money came? World Fund. Okay, so you feel proud of what you do, proud of how you give. Huh? And last year, the thing was to end cervical cancer in Egypt, HPV vaccination. Did you all know that what this is about? Many young girls have died of cancer of the cervix, and many of them don't know that they have developed cancer. So if they take this vaccine when they are young, they won't develop this cancer. It's a very dangerous thing, and it has taken a lot of lives of young children. So in Egypt, this was given in 22-23. Again, 2 million. $2 million is how much our ringgit? 8 million, 8 to 9 million. It's plenty of money. Yeah, we recently received a global grant for even in our district. 23-24, it has been given to digital interactive classroom in Panama. Panama is in Latin America. So these things not everybody can get. Only countries which really requires help. But in each one of those cases, your money is gone in, Feel proud that something that you have given has benefited somewhere else. Okay? Next one, I think.
Saw the last one, digital interactive classroom. So already wondering how to get for dental case.
That one actually, that is actually something where they take, there are a lot of applications every year. They give the most deserving one. Okay. So the impact of giving is, it can be tangible. That means something that you can realize. When you give, you are helping your clubs, my club, your club, my club. Everybody can do district global grants, vocational training team, scholarship. Your club also holds a record. That's why I said your club is a great club. When I was a governor, we had a vocational training team to Japan. And their deputy leader was your club mate, Dr. Rajesh. So, your club is involved in lots of things. But you must feel proud of belonging to this club. No? I tell you frankly, because, and you guys should be getting a lot of people to join this club. You must talk about all this. You all must explain to people who come to your club what your club has done in the last 13 years. The next one will be the personal satisfaction. That means you must feel that what you have given is contributing to world peace, understanding, and goodwill. All right? And of course, our signature project is eradicating polio. Never fail to give to polio because the returns are very good. And do you know where the money goes when you give money to polio? Where is the money? Where does the money go? How is it spent? Polio vaccine. And then what else? Right? Surveillance. We are the ones who are paying for the workers, like in Bangladesh, in Afghanistan, Pakistan, And some of those whom we paid have all died because of the terrorist problem. But we have even helped the families sometimes out of compassion. So the work that we have done No one has ever done, in this world. This is a big challenge we have taken. We have been fighting polio for 40 years. We thought we can eradicate in 20 years. But it is going on and on. But we are very hopeful that one day we will end this problem. Okay? These are all the tangible effects. Next one. Intangible is, here is what I should say, when we give, sometimes we don't know the impact of what our giving. Let's say now this year, you all don't have any project to do district grant, or you don't want to do any global grant. But your money will help another club in our district. A club that is poor, club don't have any funds. Your money can help that club. Our district may have a lot of DDF, but we can help another district by way of global grants. So this is a good feeling that we have, that whenever we give, there is going to be an impact somewhere else in the world. So what I'm trying to say in general is, is there any other slide? Yeah, of course, this is, some of you may have doubts about what our Rotary Foundation is all about. This is the highest that you can get, 4-star rated charity. In US, they rate all the charities. Our foundation is number one, all the time number one, the last 15 years. Why do you call it number one? The reason why we call it number one is because we are credible, we are transparent, everything is clear, Let's say, for example, I told you all that 47.5%. I can say 50%, but it is not 50% because Rotary Foundation itself says we need a small amount for administrative charges. They take 5%. We don't lie to anybody, You Rotarians give money, we tell you the truth. Everything is recorded. Every year there's an account. You go through the account, you see there's no hanky-panky. And these people, they are damn stuck up, these American fellows. They go right through the account, through and through. And we are one of the top. And 15 years consecutively means it's a real achievement. So don't have any doubts about giving to the foundation. And I really will urge all of you to continue, because yours is one club. I don't have to ask you to give. I just want you to continue giving. If you can give more, better. But knowing the exchange rate is so unfavorable, do as much as you can. All right? And in 13 years, your club has produced 3 major donors. Arvind is a major donor level 3. Major donor level 3 means he has given US 50,000 or above to the foundation. A young man. That's his passion, that's his dedication. He's given, he's an inspiration to many of us. He's an inspiration to many of us because it's not easy for us, for anybody to give how much a hard-earned money, but he has that heart to do it. And of course, the others who have given a lot in your club is Dr. Bernard. Dr. Bernard Chan has given more than US 10,000. He's a donor level 1. Dr. Rajesh has also given more than US 10,000, right? But they may have given, but for your club to be a ERUI club, everyone has to give. So it's a joint contribution by all of you, because when we can't expect everyone to give because each one of us may have our own financial issues. But the least that we expect from everyone is at least to give the minimum $25. Can give more, better. But for Arvind's here, I have one request to your club. I hope your club will become an RFSM club. Do you know what is an RFSM club? RFSM means Rotary Foundation Sustaining Member Club, where everyone gives US $100. Can you all give for Arvind's here? Each one give US $100.
RF what?
RFSM. Can you all give US $100? Because his year you must have had some meaning to the year. So I feel he's a believer in the Rotary Foundation, and so are all of you. So to get that award is not that easy. It's a club award. In fact, last year, only one club in our district, Kolakangsa. Kolakangsa got it award. They have been getting it for very long. But they are a small club.
100 USD.
100 USD, everyone gives to annual fund. If we can do that, I'll be very proud of all you guys. And I think it must make his year a bit meaningful. Something for him to carry, not only for him, for the whole club to feel proud, because you're going to be the standard bearers for the district. Rotary Club of Baskaran has got the lead, no choice. Not only in giving the foundation, you need to increase your membership. You need to bring in new members of the club. You must become a very vibrant club. That's my request. Not only because Arvind is going to be the governor, it's also because I have I feel for this club, because this is the club that I chartered, and it matters a lot to me. And I think you all agree, isn't it? Who else is going to be governor from your club or the Kedah for quite some time? Unless Dr. Bernard puts in his papers. But normally we don't encourage Rotarian from the same club to put in their papers too soon. Maybe a gap of 4 or 5 years, All right. Of course, Dr. Bernard is also a good candidate. No question about it. Okay, I think, is there any more slides? So this is just a small one-liner. The thrill of taking lasts a day. The thrill of giving lasts a lifetime. All right. So my friends, all I can share with all of you is that give as much as you can, but don't burden yourself, because we must know how much we can give. But whatever you can give, try your best to give. And next year, being Arvind's year, will you all become RFSM club?
Yes.
Commitment
Inshallah.
confirmed?
Yes.